How to make sushi. In this movie, I would like to explain how to make sushi. Firstly, prepare diluted vinegar called tezu, which means in Japanese vinegar for hands. By applying it on your hands, it will prevent the vinegar rice called shari to stick to the hands. The tezu is also used for not spoiling the taste of shari, and it also has sterilizing and antimicrobial effect. Place the tezu, wasabi, the rice chest, a white cloth, the fish slice, which is called neta, and the sushi plate around the cutting board. After lightly wiping your hands, apply some tezu on your fingertips and also between the fingers. If you do not apply enough tezu, the shari will stick, but if you apply too much of it, you may have difficulties in making the shari ball. So apply adequate quantity of tezu. With the fingertips, take some shari from the rice chest, make it into a ball in your palm, and you will have what it is called shari dama, which means rice ball. Depending on the purpose, the weight of it may change, but in general, the shari dama weighs around 16 grams. Here, I would like to explain the technique called yokogaeshi, the way to turn over sushi sideways, which is a way used by many edomae sushi chefs. Flip the koba part of the neta, which means the fish slices, and place it between the second joints and the base of your left hand fingers. Place in the center of the neta some wasabi and then the shari. The shari should be placed and should stay between the second joints and the base of your middle and annular fingers when making the sushi. As the left fingertips can freely bend in this position, it is the basic position which will enable to shape the side of the sushi too. So let's try to make sushi. After placing the shari, first step, press the top and the bottom of the shari and with your left hand thumb make an air hole. Step 2. Place your index and lightly grip it. By gripping your index with your left hand, the neta and the shari will stick well. Step 3. Put your left hand fingers together and with your right hand middle finger, flip it toward the fingertips. The middle finger will serve as a wall so the sushi does not fall. With your thumb and the middle fingers, press the sides of the sushi and place it back into the original position. Step 4. After placing the left hand thumb under the neta and your index on the upper part of the sushi, grip with the fingertips and shape the bottom part by relaxing the wrist. Step 5. Rotate the sushi at 180 degrees. Step 6. Put your left hand fingers together and after spreading them well, with your thumb and middle fingers, slide them from the top to the bottom of the sushi as you are wrapping it and then press with the balls of those fingers. Lift the sushi and after inserting the left hand thumb under at step 7, place the index and with your left hand fingertips, shape the side of the sushi. Relax the wrist and shape the bottom part with the thumb. This is the basic technique and the sushi made by 7 steps of yokogaeshi technique is ready. Now, I would like to explain the points from the front side. Before starting making sushi, flip the rice chest shari and put air into it by loosening it. In the movie, I only use one cloth for both rice and hand, but it is preferable to have a cloth only for shari. Apply well the tezu on your hands, put together your fingers and take some shari. Take the shari from where it is easy for you to take and try to guess the weight when holding it. As the hand size may vary from person to person, try not to memorize the theory, but to remember the feeling of the appropriate weight. After taking the shari, feel its size, and if you feel it is too big, adjust the weight by putting back the excess shari into the rice chest with your fingertips. Next, make the shari round with your fingertips. At first, you may watch your hands and do it. As the fingertips can freely move when the palm is facing down, This position of the hand will permit to ease the making of the shari bowl. Furthermore, when adjusting the shari quantity and putting it back into the rice chest, this position will prevent showing it to the customers. The speed of making sushi is proportional to the speed of taking the shari. The ideal speed is to make one shari bowl within 3 seconds. There are many ways of taking the neta, but the basic way is to place them the koba upside and with the base of the index and the thumb take the neta. Always place the neta between the second joints and the base. Next, apply on it the wasabi you took with your index and place then the shari. You will make an air hole with the thumb on your left hand. To prevent the shari bowl getting too long, you will use the right hand thumb and the index to stop it. Next, you place the index, and to prevent the shari to fall apart, with your left hand, you will grip the index. If the gripping is not enough, the next step, flipping, may become difficult. Put your left hand fingers together, spread them, and tilt a little bit the hand when flipping the sushi with the middle finger. Then, with the same middle finger and the thumb, press the both sides of the sushi and place it back to the original position. Lift the tip of the sushi and insert the thumb. When placing the index on the top of the sushi, also shape the sides with the fingertips of your left hand. Do not forget to shape the bottom part of the shari with your left hand thumb at this time. Rotate the sushi and place the left hand thumb so the neta does not move. Put together the fingers of your left hand and spread them. Then using your right hand thumb and middle finger, rub the neta. The point here is to stretch the both sides of the neta and rub the shari with it. The shari will almost be shaped in a sushi shape at the 6th step. Rub the shari with the neta and with the ball of your fingers shape the bottom part. Lift the sushi and insert the thumb. The top part with the index, the sides with the fingertips and the balls of the fingers, and the second joints and the base is surrounding the bottom part. Here the point is that the index is just placed on the top part. Relax your wrist and shape the sushi with the thumb. We can see well the shape of the shari without the neta. The ideal shari shape is the boat or the fan shape. When the both sides are shaped obliquely, the balance of the sushi gets good. When looking from above, the ideal shape is when the sides have a beautiful tunnel shape, round top side and equally shaped lateral sides. To make a beautiful sushi, the point is the shaping of the both sides. When pressing the both sides with the neta, the shari will go forward, backward, and upward. But the neta will be like a wall for the shari that goes up and will make a natural curve. The balance of the nigiri will not be good when there is excess curve, so with the index, flatten the top. Let's see it from another angle. The purpose of making the air hole at the first step is to make the shari fall apart in the mouth and to make the sushi easy to eat even after a lapse of time. Furthermore, when making sushi, you do not need force, so try not to press it but to shape it. The students have difficulties in making a beautiful shari bowl. At step 2, they are squeezing too much the shari bowl or they're not gripping enough with their left hand, and at step 3, the sushi does not flip. At step 4, you place the index on the top, but if you do not place it in a parallel way, as a result, you will have a bad balanced sushi which may roll over. At step 6, use your right hand fingertips to shape it. If your index is covering your middle finger, the sushi shape will be deformed. So when shaping, use only the middle finger and the thumb. As a general rule, the ideal is to make sushi within 7 steps, but when you get used to, you can speed up by cutting back the steps. However, if you cannot make a beautiful sushi within 7 steps, repeat the steps 5, 6, and 7 and arrange the shape. The additional steps will slow the speed and the sushi will get stiff. 50 to 60% of Edomae sushi chefs use the technique called yokogaeshi or kotegaeshi to make their sushi, and the remaining 30% of chefs use the technique called tategaeshi, which is a way of flipping longitudinally, or the butsudangaeshi. In the high-end restaurants, some chefs use the hontegaeshi technique. In general, these 3 techniques are known, but as a basic way of making sushi, In this movie, I explained the yokogaeshi technique. If you're interested in knowing other techniques of making sushi, check the other movies. At the end, let's follow the steps and check again how to make sushi.
最後にこの動画の説明文を見てもらうと、東京寿司アカデミーのホームページや体験レッスン、海外求人や寿司に関しての情報を発信するメルマガ等のリンクがございます。ぜひ合わせてご覧ください。その他チャンネル登録、その他 SNS サイトにもこちらの動画とともにいいねをしていただけると幸いです。ご視聴ありがとうございました。